Hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Okay, before I get into this review of, oh that's right, My Little Sister is Among Them. This one was actually pretty damn good. This is going to be an anime game series review of it. It was very good, in fact. I mean, it had its flaws, obviously, but the ending was really solid. I really liked the ending. It was like, surprise, surprise! And I just let everyone know, I knew who the little sister was. Yeah. Okay. Before I get into this review, something happened to me yesterday that was like, it was one of those what the fuck moments. Okay, I get up. I'm in my living room watching, I think, Matrix Reloaded or something. So I get up. After that, I go in my room and I check my phone. It looked like nearly 10, 20 people subscribed to me. And I was like, what? I had no idea what was going on. I was totally like, holy shit, what's going on here? And it kept going and going and going. And people would keep... At the end of yesterday, I shit you not, I had just about 60 subs. Gained 60 subs. And that was yesterday. Going into the next day, which is today, I gained more. According to Social Blade yesterday, I gained like 55 subs in one day. I'm like, what? Then going in today, I gained 14, and I thought, what happened? Well, my curiosity was revealed when I got a message from, I think he subbed to me, I'm not sure, Zoro Fanboy 124. Zoro Fanboy told me that Yokorama Game Talk made a recommendation video of me and him. And I thought, what? Just because he recommended me as a reviewer, I gained over 50 subs. Unbelievable. But anyway, so basically I went from 720 to, let's see, just checking. I went to from 720 to 788. Well, more or less. I'm like, so I'm not going to do it now because this is a review. I have to get into the review. I apologize for taking up the time. I just wanted to mention that. Of when I get 800, he's the first person I'm thinking. Yokorama. He's definitely the first person I'm thinking for this gesture. So, that's what I wanted to say beginning of this video. Now, on to the review. My Little Sisters Among Them was a obvious show that I said to myself, you know what, I'm not going to do episode reviews on it, let me do an anime series review on it. This show was very interesting. I mean, at first people were like, yeah, but once you find out who the sister is, it's like one of those things where you say to yourself, oh, the sister's been revealed, so fuck it. But you see, the thing was that those were lies. And you had a lot of characters in this show. You had the main character, who was this boy who inherited his father's company, Shugo. Now, Shugo is told, and the whole summary of the whole story is that Shugo is told by his mother that he has to find a girlfriend, a wife. So he goes to this school. And so that he's able to get to the school easily and able to commute there more thoroughly, and he gets an apartment complex. He lives in an apartment complex. So, his girlfriend could come over and they go, yeah. Now, that's the whole bit his mother was saying. Now, the whole gist was that he was kept meeting these other girls. One was Kanagi. Another one was let me just get the schneck, get the shtick out. One was Miyabi Kanagi. One was Kanoe. Another one was I believe Rinka. And the good amount. It was about, let's see. I would say, let's see, 1, 2, 3. There was like about 4 or 5 girls. Now the other girl that eventually shows up later on, I don't want to spoil too much for you guys because I try to not, just tell you the names, was Zenarina. She was a girl who later on, much later on in the show, like episode 11, 10, 9, you find out that she then she's introduced as supposedly his sister. That's still a spoil. That's all I'm spoiling for you guys, so I apologize. Yes, she comes out saying she's his sister. But you see, the thing was, he had to find out who his little sister was among them. He didn't know who it was. It was a complete mystery to him. Because, you see, the thing is, the whole premise was that he was going to go to school to find a girlfriend, a wife. But he didn't know who his sister was. It could have been any of these, give or take, let's see, 5 girls. And the other 2 of them, there was the president of the student council, I forgot her name, unfortunately, and the vice president. The vice president, she wanted him. Miyabi Kanagi, she wanted him, obviously, and Kanoe wanted him as well. Those 3 were like the main ones who wanted to go out with him, to an extent. But he did not know who the sister was. And here's the thing about this show that was like kind of weird. They didn't tell us in the beginning. You said you revealed like, oh, Kanoe's they were exempting the people who were supposedly his sister. They exempt like 3 people. Well, I should say 2. Early on, which was Miyabi. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. They were. I'll just say that they were exempting. They were exempting a few of them. And my conception of it was like, all right, that's it. Those 2 are okay to date. But after watching the final episode, I was like, whoa. Like, whoa. All of a sudden we find this shocking revelation. I'm not going to tell you what the revelation is, because then the spoilers. I already spoiled enough. And it was surprising. I was like, whoa, that was like out of nowhere. And we find this revelation, and then I was like, oh shit. There's whole secrets and everything revealed in like the final episode. This was a good anime for this anime season, for the summer. But I found that it was like, the flawed thing about this one was, it was like, I found it weird that they were exempting people early on in the show, and then at the very end, oh, this is found out, and oh, it's this person, yeah. Like, the only thing going for this show was the fact of, who is his little sister? That's the name of the show. Little sister, my little sister's among them. But I will say this one thing, the one character, and I really just completely forgot her name. There's so many girls. There's like 5 girls in this. I think it was Rinka. Rinka, maybe? Not 100% sure. There was another character in this that was surprising. Mr. X. who was the one who helps Shugo find out about his little sister. Who is his little sister? Which was interesting because she's disguised herself as a man, but she really was a girl, and it was so weird. Like, there were scenes where he'd be in the room, in the apartment, and she'd be like butt ass naked, and he's like, "Why are you naked?" It's like, "Oh, it's to warm myself up, exercises or something." I'm like, God damn, man. But the whole premise had me thinking, like, wow, it was a good show, but I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. And the reason I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 is it was a good show, but the whole thing with the sister thing, it seemed like they dragged it through the mud, you know? That's all you had to look forward to in this show. But, I still think it was an awesome show. As far as harems are concerned, this was pretty interesting because it really showed that nobody knew. No. But I will say this one thing. I knew who the little sister was from the beginning. I thought, oh, it's that girl because the way they showed her hair. But when she was exempt, I was like, wait a minute, then what's going on here? But you had a feeling that I knew it was her. And sure enough, last episode, it was shown that it was her. And I should mention one thing about this show. There's one girl, one little sister, who, I saw something. Anyway, who helps him. Well, it doesn't really help him, Shugo. This little sister doesn't, this little girl, the sister from one of the girls from the school, she owns a cafe. She tells him, supposedly in the show, and this is just another spoiler, if you are reading past this point, stop the video. She owns the cafe. And she basically tells him that she knows the identity of the actual little sister, the one that is his sister. And the whole premise was that girl was the illegitimate child of his father. And the whole reason from this whole secrecy is that if it came out to realization that this girl was his little sister, Shugo's sister, and he married her, it's a scandal. And I'll just say one thing about it is that it was funny that during the show, this girl never revealed her to him that's because she knew, but she didn't want to tell him because then it'll be exposed, and it's like, But yeah, Mikodono, the Mikodono group. That was the name of the group. And the summary basically says Shugo Mikodono is the son of an industrial named Kumagoro Mikodono who passed away. As a final wish, pose a condition Shugo must meet before he can inherit the family legacy. Find a female mate at school. Shugo transfers into school to fill that condition. However, he learns that he has a younger sister from whom he was separated at birth. He does not know what his long lost sister looks like, but she happens to be one of the students at the new school. So, he was supposed to inherit it from his father and everything. And that was really the best. And like I said about this series, it's a good series. It's just, I think they dragged it through the mud too much of, oh, who's his little sister? And we don't find out until like the final episode. Yet, earlier on, they're exempt. These two that were supposedly they were exempt. And later on, it's realized that, oh, that's not the case. So, but it was a good series. Give it a watch. You guys might like it. Harem fans, this is a good watch. It's definitely a good watch. 8 out of 10. It's just, the whole little sister thing They dragged it through the mud. It was like a whole, like, who's his little sister? Da, da. You know, and that was the whole bit on that. So, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. Question is, did you guys like it? Comments below. Tell me what you guys think. Do you like this series? Do you think this would be a series for you to watch? I think it was good to a point. Like I said, they just dragged that whole thing about him being his little, finding out who his little sister is, a little bit too much. A little bit too much. But nevertheless, it was a good series. A little bit of Ichi moments. If I was him, I would have gone with Konoe, the one with the black hair. I would have gone with her. For obvious reasons, but you know, that's all it's that. All right, that's all I got for you guys from Bankai 922. Go check out My Little Sisters Among Them. It's a good series. It's really good. I enjoyed it. It's just, you know, there is an extra episode, OVA, and it seems like they're going to be, I think there's 4 OVAs of Kokoro Connect. At least that's what it seems to be. 16 minutes. Kind of ended. And that's all I got for you guys. So this